ಅನುದಿನ ಅನುಕ್ಷಣ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ ಕಲಿಕೆಯ ಹೊಸ ಹಾದಿಯಲಿ ಜೊತೆಗೂಡಿ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ಹಾಕೋಣ ಸಂತಸದಿ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ.
Yes, sir. Yes, teacher. Present, ma'am.
Hello students, how do you do? I hope you are fine. I am Miss Zahida Begum Inamdar from Government Urdu HPS Hunajgi, Block Shorapur, Taluka Hunajgi, District Yadgiri. Now I heartily welcome once again in this Samved E-class. Today I am going to commence you the subject English third language, class 7th standard, unit number 5, part 1, and the name of lesson is the Olympic champion and the ducks. Here, before going to the lesson, you have to take pen, notebooks. Okay. Moving towards the lesson, do a little activity here, because this is an sports lesson, so it related to the sports. So for that, let's do depending upon the games activity. Let's know what is the definition of the game. Here, fun activity, you can win or lose. It is an activity that one engage in for amusement or fun. Games are usually two types. One, indoor games, and the other one is called as outdoor games. Here, know that we have to, what are the indoor games are? The indoor games are carried out inside a space. They are limited to conditions of place, where they are held to number of people participating in this activity. For example, basketball, swimming, boxing, volleyball, badminton, carom. Here R is mistaken is here, you have to write C-A-R-R-O-M, carom board, etc. Okay, now see on the screen which game is it, what the boys are playing. I give you 2 minutes for it. Okay, think a little bit and identify. Yes, you are absolutely right. This is an carom board. Now, look on to the other picture on other side. Identify what the sports persons are playing, which game they are playing. Tell me. Yes, think a little bit. Yes, if your answer is basketball, then you are absolutely right. Now, in your screen, you are seeing the third game poster, third game picture. Now, you have to identify it. Yes, tell me, which game is it? Yes, you are absolutely correct. This game is called as a volleyball game. Now, see on the picture on your screen and say what game is it? Yes, yes, you are absolutely right. This is the boxing game. Children, you did very well. Now, let's move toward the outdoor games. Now, we are knowing the outdoor games. What are the outdoor games? Okay, outdoor games are carried out outside a space. Listen carefully. Outdoor games are carried out outside space. These games are played in a large area in the ground. For example, cricket, hockey, football, disc throw, shot put throw, horse riding and rowing games. Rowing means race of boating, etc. Here, see on the next picture. Look at this picture. Tell me, think little bit, what game is it? I will give you 2 minutes. Okay? Yes, you are absolutely right. This game is a cricket game. Let's move to the another one. See that what the sports persons are playing. Which game is it? Yes, they are playing hockey. Absolutely right. Okay, next one. See on the display. Look at the picture. Identify the game's name. Yes, if your answer is football, then you are correct. Now, look at the fourth picture on your screen here. Which game is it? Identify now. I will give you 2 minutes for you. Okay. See, yes, you are absolutely right. This game is known as rowing. Rowing means boat racing. Well done, students. Now, there is an activity for you. So, you have to listen carefully, because after completion of explanation of mine, I have some questions for you. Then you have to answer it. Listen carefully and follow the text. Okay. All of us like playing games. Some games are played inside and some games are outside. The games we play inside are called as indoor game, and the games we played on the ground level or in the ground called as outdoor games. The name of games are some name of games and sports are given below. Write them under their respective columns. Cricket, hockey, chess, kabaddi, snake ladder, kho-kho, football and table tennis. Now, I ask you a few questions regarding these games. Answer it. See on the board, these games are being, you have to put in a particular column. The games which is being here are cricket, hockey, chess, kabaddi, snake ladder, kho-kho, football, table tennis and carom board. Okay. Now, the indoor games column is displayed. See here, the other one is outdoor column also being displayed in your screen. See, the cricket comes under outdoor game. See here, the cricket games comes under the outdoor game. The next game which is mentioned here, hockey. What do you think? Hockey comes under which column? Either in indoor game column or outdoor game column. Tell me. Yes, hockey comes under which game column? I will give you 2 minutes for it. Think a little bit and answer me. Yes, you are correct. Hockey comes under the outdoor column. The next game is chess. What do you think? Chess comes under which game column? Is it an indoor game column or an outdoor game column? Let's think a little bit and answer me. Okay, you are absolutely right. The chess comes under the indoor game column. Now, the fourth game is kabaddi. What do you think? Kabaddi comes under the outdoor game columns or indoor game column? Yes, if your answer is outdoor game columns, then your answer is right. Now, the next one is snake ladder. Snake ladder. What do you think? Which game? The snake ladder comes in which game? Either indoor game or an outdoor game? Tell me. Yes, you are correct. Snake ladder comes under the indoor game. Next one, Kho-Kho. Yes, tell me. In which column the Kho-Kho games put you the name of the game? In which column? Kho-Kho games name you put in which column? Yes, absolutely correct. The Kho-Kho games comes under the outdoor game. Now, the next game is table tennis. Yes, tell me, answer me. The table tennis comes under which column? Is it indoor game or an outdoor game? Yes, you are absolutely right. The table tennis comes under the indoor game column. The last one, the carom. What do you think? Carom board game comes under which column? Tell me, hurry up. You are absolutely correct. The table game carom board comes under the indoor game. The carom board game is called as an indoor game. Well done, children. Very good. Now, we move towards the lesson. Let's know about the lesson Olympic champion and the ducks. Here, the title of lesson is Olympic champion and the ducks. See, the sports person, his name is Bobby Pierce. The sports person, his name is Bobby Pierce. Okay. I read the content of the lesson. You have to read, you have to concentrate and you have to listen carefully. Okay. I will read the lesson. You have to concentrate and listen carefully, because after completion of this text, you have some questions for you and you have to answer it. That's why. Okay, let's move toward the lesson. See here, at the Olympic Games of 1928, listen carefully. At the Olympic Games of 1928, Bobby Pierce won a gold medal in rowing. See here, in 1928, the Olympic game was held. At that time, Bobby Pierce won the gold medal. In which game? Rowing game. He also won the hearts of all who saw him win. Bobby Pierce was born in Sydney in Australia. You know very well that Australia is a country and its capital is Sydney. So, Bobby Pierce was born where? The Bobby Pierce was born? He was born in Australia and the capital of Australia is Sydney. So, he was born in Sydney. The country name is Australia. His father was a great rowing champion. Listen carefully here. His father also a sports person. When Bobby was 5, I want to take your attention here. When he was a little child, his age was 5. He was rowing around the Sydney harbour in a small boat. He started his rowing at the age of 5. At the age of 6, he won his first race. Remember it, at the age of 6, when the Bobby Pierce was at the age of 6, he won his first race, completing against 14 years olds. See here, the boy was only at 6 age, but he was participate in that game and completing against the 14 years old children. So great. I think you had been followed the lesson very well. Let's know what are the important new words being introduced in this lesson. Okay, glossary means new words. In your text, you are finding that in that page glossary words are being written. So glossary means new words. Okay, now you well known that Olympic Games are played once in a 4 years, in which sports people from all the countries participated. The new words is, first here is harbour. Harbour means shelter of ship. See the picture, all the ships are standing there. So that kind of place in which the ships are standing, that kind of place is called as harbour. Harbour means ship standing place. Okay, so many ships are standing in harbour. Next word is ahead. You see, the next word is ahead. Ahead means go forward. Ahead means go forward. See in the picture, the child is going for head in search of water. The child is going for a head in search of water. The next word is brood. See here, the next word is brood. Brood means a family of young ones. See the picture, there is a duck and its chicks are been crossing the road. So brood means a family of young ones. Ducks, broods are crossing the road. Next word here is course. C-O-U-R-S-E. Course. Course means onward movement or direction or a route. See the picture. The man is course in his direction. The directions are shown in the picture, you can understand it. The man is course in his direction. Okay, the next word is patiently. Patiently means with patience, calm and quiet, without making noise, isn't it so? Always some teachers always says in their class that, dear children, sit in the class patiently, don't noise, isn't it? I can understand that you had been followed the meaning of the word. Okay, the next one is harm. The next word is harm. Harm means damage or hurt. Harm means damage or hurt. So you don't harm to others. Okay, the next word is block. B-L-O-K-E. Block. Block means person or a guy. Person or a guy. Okay, Bobby Pierce was a excellent block towards the ducks. You have been known now. So the block means a person or a guy. The next word is harm away. Harm away. Harm away means risky position, danger position in the roads. So in the road you have been seen many times this symbol. means there is something danger in the road, you don't cross over it, okay. So, harm away means risk or risky position, okay. Now, it is time for the comprehension. It is now time for the comprehension, means some questions are there, you have to answer it, okay. See that, look at the right answer from the choice given below. Here some objective type of questions are there, you have to choose the correct appropriate of the answer, okay. The first question is Bobby was dash. The first question is Bobby was dash. The options are A, an American. The option says A American, B, Dutchman, C, Australian. What do you think? Which is the correct answer of this question? Tell me which is the correct answer of this question. Yes, you are totally correct. The answer of this question is Australians, because Bobby Pierce was an Australian. Move to the next question. See here, question number 2. Bobby's father was a dash. Bobby's father was a dash. The options are number A, boxing champion. Number A, boxing champion. Number B, rowing champion. Number C, football champion. What do you think? Which answer is correct for this question? Yes, tell me the answer of this question. I will give you 2 minutes for you. Think a little bit and answer me. Yes, you are correct. The answer is rowing champion. His father was a rowing champion. Let's move to the question number 3. Look at your screen. Here, complete the following sentences by choosing the right word given in the bracket. Here also 2 words are being given. The pronunciations of the words are same, but the meanings are different. Listen carefully, the pronunciations of the words are same, but the meanings are different. A question is given here, question number A. I have to dash in a queue to check my dash. Which words you have to put in a blank area? Think little and answer me. Yes, if your answer is I have to wait in a queue to check my weight. Right, your answer is absolutely right. Move towards the next question, question number B. My father dash medal in the school sports, 2 gold and dash silver. Here 2 words are being given to put the appropriate place. One is O-N-E, one, and another word is W-O-N, one. Which words you can fill in the blank? Think a little bit and reply me, okay? Answer me. Yes. Tell me. Right, children, you are correct. My father won medals in school sports, 2 gold and 1 silver. Now, move to the C question. The question is dash check camp in held every dash in my school. Dash checkup camp in held every dash in my school. The words are Y-E-A-R, year, and E-A-R, year. The pronunciations here also same, but the meaning of the words are different. You have to put the correct word in a particular place, appropriate place. Yes, tell me the accurate answer of the question. Okay, tell me. Yes, if your answer is ear checkup camp held every year in my school. This is the correct answer. Okay, come to the question number D. My mother stood dash the road to dash vegetable. The sentence is my mother stood dash the road to dash vegetable by by. Both the pronunciations are same, but the meanings are also what you call different. So that's why which word you can put the in a particular area. Tell me, write the answer of this question. Okay. Yes. Yes, you are correct. My mother stood by the road to buy vegetables. Okay. Now, we move towards the collective noun because collective noun is given in your text. So, we have to know about it. Here is a definition for you. A collective noun is a word or phrase that refers to a group of people, group of animals or things as one unit is called as collective noun. I repeat once again, collective noun is a word or a phrase that refers to a particular of people, group of animals or things as one unit is called as collective noun. For example, an army, a flock of birds, a flock of sheep, a hive of bees, a school, etc. Now, how do you use collective noun in the sentence? Let's know. Noun in the collective can be used in either singular or plural form depending upon the context of the sentence. I repeat once again, noun in the collective can be used in either singular or plural form depending on the context of the sentence. So, the language in use is, the heading is here. Read the following sentence. Okay? Suddenly, Bobby saw a duck and her brood. Here, brood, there is underline is being mentioned here. You have to concentrate on the brood word. Okay? Suddenly, Bobby saw a duck and her brood of duckling swimming across the canal. Look at the underlined word. It is used to refer to a group of duckling. Brood means small chicks, family chicks of a particular bird, isn't it? So, the word brood means a family of young ones duckling. Duck means बतख जिसे कहा जाता है उर्दू में, बतखों के छोटे छोटे चूजों को बरूड कहा जाता है. Look at the underlined word. It is referred to a group of duckling. These are called as collective noun. Now, fill in the blanks with the collective nouns given in the box. Here some of the examples are being given here. You have to fill the blanks. Okay? The words are flock, class, army, bunch. Here. These words are there. You have to fill in the blanks. The number one question is, a dash of students were waiting for the teacher. Now, I give 2 minutes for you. You have to think and answer me. Number 1, a dash of students was waiting for the teacher. Tell me the answer of it. Yes, you have to put the collective noun in that place. Yes, you are absolutely right. You got the answer. A class of students was waiting for the teacher. Number 2, a dash of elephants was eating sugar cane? The question is, a dash of elephants was eating sugar cane. Tell me the answer of this question. Yes, you got it. The absolute answer is a flock of elephants was eating sugar cane. Let's move toward the third question, number 3. I met a dash of soldier in Kashmir. The third one, I met a dash of soldier in Kashmir. Hurry up. What is the right answer of it? Yes, you got the point. I met an army of soldiers in Kashmir. Your answer is absolutely true. I met an army of soldiers in Kashmir. Yes. Move toward the fourth question. A dash of sheep was grazing in the field. The question is, a dash of sheep was grazing in the field. Which collective noun you have been putting here? Yes, absolutely right. If your answer is a herd of sheep was grazing in the field is correct answer. Now the question number is 5. My father kept a dash of keys on the table. Listen carefully. My father kept a dash of keys on the table. What exactly word? It is been filled in this blank. Yes. If your answer is my father kept a bunch of keys on the table is correct answer. Well done, students. Now there is another text which is been here displayed in your screen. Listen to the Sachin Tendulkar and then answer the following question. A guy was there. His name is Sachin Tendulkar. He was a sports person. What he is telling to you? You have to listen carefully. After his explanation about himself, you have to answer it. So for that, you have to kindly give the attention to the speaking of the Tendulkar. Okay. Sachin tells, hi, I am Sachin Tendulkar. I am from Maharashtra. I have played cricket from India for 24 years. I began playing international cricket, it was just 16. I have played in 200 test match. After my retirement, I was honored with the Bharat Ratna. What the Sachin Tendulkar says to you? After my retirement, I was honored with the Bharat Ratna. Now, the text is been displayed here. Now, the questions are appearing on the board. You have to answer it. Okay. See what the question is about. The first question is, who is the speaker? Tell me, who is the speaker? Exactly, your answer is correct. Sachin Tendulkar is the speaker. Sachin Tendulkar is speaker. Question number 2. Which state does he belongs to? Which state does he belongs to? Right, tell me. Yes, yes, you are absolutely right. He belongs to the Maharashtra state. He belongs to the Maharashtra state. Question number 3. See on the screen. What game did he play? What game did he play means who played? Sachin Tendulkar play. What game Sachin Tendulkar plays? The answer is yes, he played cricket game. Yes, the answer is he played cricket game. Okay. The fourth one. At what age did he begin his international career? At what age did he begin his international career? Yes, tell me. Think a little bit and say the answer. Yes, you are correct. At the age of 16, he begins his international careers. Okay, the fifth one, what was the award given to him? What was the award given to him? Tell me the answer of it. Who will tell you? Yes, tell me. Yes, correct. Your answer is Bharat Ratna award was given to him. The answer is absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Okay, Bharat Ratna award was given to him. Now, I think you have been followed the lesson of Olympic champions. Now, it is the time for homework for you. So, put down the questions on your notebook and write down the answers of it. So, read the following passages and complete the flow chart. Okay. Here there is a passage here. You have to concentrate it. I will read you. You have to concentrate it and write down the flow chart. It is an assignment for you. It is an homework for you. Okay. Narendranath is the boyhood name of Swami Vivekananda. Vishwanath Datta was his father and Bhuneshwari Devi was his mother. He learnt Puranas from his mother. He was an all-rounder. He was good at sports and he could sing well. He liked to meditate. Sri Ramakrishna was his teacher. Now I repeat once again, you have to concentrate it and answer the flow chart. Okay? Write the flow chart. Narendranath is the boyhood name of Swami Vivekananda. Vishwanath Datta was his father and Bhuneshwari Devi was his mother. He learnt Puranas from his mother. He was an all-rounder. He was good at sports and he could sing well. He liked to meditate and Sri Ramakrishna was his teacher. Tell me, the first question is here. What is the boyhood name of Swami Vivekananda? Yes, children, tell me, what is the boyhood name of Swami Vivekananda? Yes, right. The Vishwanath Datta was his father. The Swami, what is the boyhood name of Swami Vivekananda? Vishwanath Datta was his father. Number 2, Bhuneshwari Devi was his mother. Number 4, he learned Puranas from his mother. 5th one, he was an all-rounder. Yes, he was an all-rounder. Number 6th one, he was a good sportsman, well singer and liked to meditate. Now, about the given information, fill the box. The homework is here, you have to do in your home. So, here is the picture of Swami Vivekananda and the information are already have been given to you. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 and number 6. You have to put the correct information about the Swami Vivekananda in a flow chart. Okay children, I think you have been followed my lesson very well. Now you have to do the homework and show to your teacher. We will meet you in next class in some other times. Till then, goodbye and take care yourself. Thank you so much.
ಅನುದಿನ ಅನುಕ್ಷಣ ನಮಿಗೆಲ್ಲೂ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ ಹಾಯ್